Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to the sports talk.
Well, yeah, the playoff rankings come out on Tuesday. Florida State's going to need a telescope to see him. They have fired Willie Taggart. Remember the old days when coaches would get a recruiting cycle, 4 years, 3 years? How about 21 games? How about a year and a half? $20 million buyout from the boosters who have seen enough. Clemson is just so far away. This is a program that used to dominate this league, and now they are nothing but middling, mediocre, average at best. Probably should have never left Oregon. This is really sad because this was his dream job. 9-12, 1 win over a ranked team.
I just said that. Why would you leave Oregon? You go into a program that's in rebuild mode. Ain't nothing rebuilding your team, but that team ain't getting that many recruits like it used to. You have problems with the quarterback position, offensive line position. You had a good job in Oregon. When you had a solid quarterback at Oregon, you went to a program that's still searching for another quarterback like Jameis Winston. That's the last good quarterback they had. Ever since after that, they had no more good quarterbacks. You lost Francois. Offensive line ain't play good. Blackman ain't play good. Hunter Brook played okay. Why would you leave Oregon? I said that. Why would you leave that position? You talking about that's a dream job? Well, that was a tough dream job. That's one of the jobs you had to come in and get everything restructured. Your offensive line quarterback position, that's what's wrong with this team. They still haven't figured out who's that quarterback gonna be. Blackman's up and down. Like, you had so many problems. You should have stayed at Oregon when you already had a good top quarterback. That's why they only a year and a half, because he wasn't winning. They ain't want to go 3-4 years with him coaching and he ain't winning for them. They go from being a dominant school to a middle in the pack type of school now. Everybody go to Florida State and they know we gonna go in there and win. Even schools that ain't supposed to beat them know they can go in there and win.
And against the teams you need to survive in the ACC, in Ophir against Clemson, Miami, yesterday's last straw, and the Florida Gators. Andrea Adelson knows the ACC as well as anybody. She joins us tonight here live on SportsCenter. So I mentioned it was a dream job that turned into a nightmare. Take us through how all of this developed and culminated in his firing.
Willie Taggart inherited a situation that wasn't great. I know people think it's Florida State and they've got the tradition and the championship program, but there were major issues here starting at quarterback, on the offensive line, and in the locker room. And Florida State struggled last year to a 5-7 record, and that had a lot of people wondering what's the direction of this program going into this season. And when I sat down with Willie Taggart in July, he was so optimistic. He didn't want me to tell people how optimistic he was. He wanted it to be a well-kept secret. But the same issues kept plaguing this team that plagued them last year. Penalties.
He knows he was going to lose his job if he wanted to got this program winning. He knew it was coming. That's how it works when you're a coach. If you ain't winning and playing for rights to go to a playoff, or at least going into a bowl game at least, and you not getting your team to compete for anything, they ain't gonna keep you there if you ain't winning. Since he been at Florida State, he only won 9 games and lost 11 games. They ain't trying to get back on the high level again. They trying to find a coach that can take them back to a national championship. Willie Taggart just ain't figure out what's going on with his team. His locker room is discombobulated right now, and he haven't figured that out. They ain't want to go another year with losing. They trying to get back to being a powerhouse.
sacks, among the worst in the country this year and last year. There was no progress on the field. Combine that with a fan base that wasn't interested in coming to home games. Season ticket sales were lagging so far behind. Florida State was losing money there. The attendance has been bad, and the home losses have also been bad. And one of the worst home losses in school history last year to Clemson. And then the straw that broke the camel's back was last night against Miami, losing 27-10, their rival, in a game that they were not competitive at all.
Yeah, they haven't been competitive seemingly his entire tenure here. Last thing for you, because this is such a legendary program, and a ton of coaches, I imagine, would be salivating to maybe have them have the opportunity to resurrect Florida State. Where do they go from here?
Florida State's going to aim high. They believe this is a championship program that deserves an elite level coach. And when you look at what they were paying Willie Taggart, $5 million a year, they believe that's what this program deserves. When you talk about that history and their tradition, they're not that far removed from winning a national championship 2013, and they made the playoff in 2014. What they really need is a coach to come in here and instill some discipline, accountability, and fix the culture in the locker room, because that remains a big issue for this team moving forward. Recruiting also has been an issue. Trying to get an elite level quarterback is something that also needs to be on the agenda, but a salesman also who can bring some of the energy back to this program.
They don't need a coach that can recruit good. The first thing they need to get is a top quarterback. The least considered coming there and get Florida State back to the top. It's going to be a tough job, whoever take it, because all the rebuilding you have to do to get this team back to where they was. But it's going to be tough, whoever come in that building. They got to get the players that want to play and not give up. The team seen they weren't going nowhere for Willie Taggart. They didn't even play hard against Miami. There wasn't no effort in that game. They gave up on Willie. They're like, he ain't the coach for us. They body language showed they ain't want to play no more. They just want to get the football game over with. You had to get a coach to come in there and make the players want to play, not give up on you and turn your back on you. And Florida State, as a program, they did not want to keep them there. When you lose ticket sales, that's money coming out of their pockets. And you need that money for the programs they have at those schools. But they losing because the fans don't want to come there and watch, because they feel like it ain't no game to watch. They gonna feel like we're wasting our money to come here and watch a team and not put in no effort.
And the energy that we saw Willie Taggart come in here with day one has been missing now for over a year. They want to try and get this football standalone facility built. They're currently raising money for that. And I think that's one big reason why they decided to make this move right now, because they wanted to show their boosters and their fan base, look, we can't accept the losing that's been happening here. We can't accept 5 and 7 seasons. We need to build for the future, and I think that's what they want to try and do here with the next coach.
It's a great insight from Andrea. Half a decade ago, they were in the college football playoff, and now they are the furthest thing from it. That's our Andrea Adelson. More coverage from her on ESPN.com.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. Don't forget to download the ESPN app, and if you want more premium content, which you do,